Hi everyone and welcome to Sam's channel for hair system and grooming tips. So today I'm going to be talking about the hairline. So just before I go any further, if you can like and subscribe to my channel, be much appreciated. There'll be lots more content coming soon. So let's crack on. So today what I'm going to be going through is just some images of celebrities just to have a look at their hairline and basically look at that sort of density and the shape of their hairline. And then I'm just going to be showing a couple of pictures of myself. So they're pictures from when I went to the salon / hairdressers, and also the pictures just to show, how I am now, like how you can see on camera. So let's get started. Okay, so as you can see here, first of all, we have Colin Farrell. So, he's got a half decent amount of hair on his temple region. And on here, he's got his V-shape style hair with some scalp, as you can see, coming through on there. So, as people with hair systems, you want to get as close as possible to, these styles of hair. And Colin Farrell, he's always been one that has had multiple different hairstyles, so it's quite good to have a look at. So this one, yeah, he's got the long length of his hair, but as I said, he's got the V shape that's coming down here with the scalp showing through. So let's go through to the next one. Chris Hemsworth, the ladies' favourite. So with Chris, you can see on here, he hasn't got like the thickest amount of hair. As you can see, the scalp coming through here, but again, he has a small amount receding, and but has that same style hairline again. So it's like a V style hairline that will loop round. We'll go to the next one. Okay, Carl Penn. So really short hairstyle here. Again, V-style front hairline, and he's receding a bit more now. You can see the hair sort of going, but again, that V-shape style hair. Okay, Leonardo DiCaprio. So as you can see on the hairline here, it's going down into the V. Has a lot of hair on his temporal region. And yeah, so he hasn't really got anything really receding that much on his hair. Hopefully you can start seeing a pattern of what I'm talking about here. Okay, David Beckham. So again on here, it's coming down into a V shape and hardly any receding parts on his hair. He's got a good amount on the temple. So, but you can see the scalp coming through on there. So next one, Jake Gyllenhaal. Right, he has a lot of hair. So as you can see here, again, it's coming down to a V. It's not symmetrical, but he's still got that shape. He has like nothing receding on his hair. Loads of hair on the temple, really thick on top. But as you can see again, with that scalp, you can still see a slight bit of scalp through here, but really thick hair. Okay, Zayn Malik. Being younger, I wouldn't expect him to have really lost much hair by now. But as you can see here, really thick amount of hair, quite a low hairline. You can see, parts of the scalp on here because it's cut so short. But again, it goes down into a slight V on here. Go to the next one. Right, this one's really good. Jude Law. He's always been able to pull off good hair, even when he's heavily receding, as you can see here. It's an old photo. I think he's lost a lot more hair now, but he's receded quite far back, but he's got a nice choppy look going on here. Looks really good. But again, with that receding going back quite far, he's still got the V shape, and you can see like the scalp around the hairline. And another lady's favorite, Tom Hardy. His hairline is actually quite interesting because it's not necessarily just going into the V, it's going around into a slightly curvature style hairline, which I think is really interesting. It's a really good hairline to have because it makes things, a bit more interesting on the hairline. So again, you can see the scalp there, but it still follows that same pattern down in the V. And then we have Ryan Reynolds. So this one, this is what I'm going to aim for in future. So he has the V shape going on. As you can see there, quite a deep V shape. So it looks like he might be receding, but I think, it's just sort of more his natural hairline going on. But he's got, a good bit of thickness, but you can still, again, see that sort of scalp. So this, really suits him with his face shape. Lots of hair on the temple. Good definition on there as well. Okay, now moving on to myself. As you can see here, this is me when I got my hair done at the hairdresser's, or salon as you would call it. So straight away you can notice a difference here. Look at this hairline. I've got really thick hair. I haven't really got much of a hairline. It's a bit like Lego hair, and it's also too high. When I first had it done, it was even further back, believe it or not. But even this is too high, and the hairline is just so fake. I see this a lot in people who have had it done at the hairdressers. Not to say that all hairdressers do it that way. It's just that I've seen this method a lot. They do not fit a hair system some of the time with thinking about a realistic hairline. So if we go to the next one where I've had it done at the salon, again, same thing. I've got the Lego style going on. It's really thick, and there's it's just not right. At the time I was happy with it. This is going back a few years ago now, about 3-4 years ago. But again, that hairline is just too fake. There is no realism in it. And if I now just go to now, so as you can see here, apologies, it's a bit dirty there from some of the stuff I was using at the time, but on this one I have changed it so I do have a bit more of a hairline that is going into a center. So I am using a template like this. You might look at it and be like, oh, he's got a V, that's going to look really weird. But what I'm doing is, when I cut it here, I've easily got a center, and when I go to put it on my head, I stretch out the base of my poly system, and then that means the point is no longer going to look just like a point, but it means I'm going to have a more realistic hairline because it's going to have a slight front to the middle of my hairline. So this is something that is, I think, really important when it comes to having a hair system. So we just do a comparison together. So as you can see from this one, it's the Lego style hair, really thick. You can't really see much of a hairline. And again, the hair itself is really good. The quality was amazing, but yeah, it just wasn't right. And the style wasn't right for me either. This one here, you can see, I've got a bit more hair receding that I've done on this part here, and again over to this side. The front is a tiny bit lower, and it's a lot more realistic. In future, I'm actually going to make the front a little bit lower, just so I have more of a line, so it looks like there is more hair receding on my head. So this is quite a dense system I'm wearing, so I don't really want to fully expose the hairline, but what I'm actually going to do to it, I'm going to pluck it at some point. So again, when I do want to fully expose it, then there's not going to be an issue. So I'm going to have the more of a natural hairline at the front, the density still going through, but then you'll be able to see some scalp. So I will do that in one of my future videos to show you how to do that. Really simple technique. But again, this is a lot more realistic. So just to wrap that up, and the reason for it is, like I say, you know, it's so common that I see this on hair systems where there isn't really, you know, a natural looking hairline. It might look fake still if you've got, you know, the wrong density of hair, or, you know, something hasn't been cut right, but you'll get a lot more natural looking hairline if it's slightly uneven or something similar to that. It's rare that you're going to see someone who has like the Lego style look on there. So, you know, it's something to think about. I will be going into detail on this in future videos on how to do that. I will be showing experimentation with the hairline on cutting it slightly uneven. So again, and then I'll be plucking. I'll be doing it again on like a slightly denser system, so it looks like you have a full head of hair, you know, nice and thick, but then you've got that natural look at the front, and I'll run through everything on that for you. So, you know, I hope you've enjoyed the video of me running through the hairline and how, you know, it should look naturally. And like I said, there will be a video that will show you how to get that real natural looking hairline. So, you know, if you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe, and another video will be coming again soon. Thank you.